Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm taking you to the top of Italy's most beautiful mistake, the world famous Leaning Tower of Pisa. And from there, we will take in an unforgettable 360-degree view over Pisa. Then we will step inside Italy's largest baptistry, where a single voice can create a mind-blowing echo you have to hear to believe it. Next, the cathedral, not just a church. This place is a jaw-dropping mix of art, architecture and pure spiritual drama. Then we will walk through the Camposanto, a cemetery like no other, ancient tombs, faded frescoes, and the quiet beauty of centuries carved in stone. And finally, two of Pisa's most underrated treasure museums packed with lost drawing, fire-serving sculpture, and some truly surprising stories most people walk right past. I have already got the complete tower ticket, €27 for full access to every miracle in the square. So buckle up, this is going to be epic. Let's go. Yeah, you can see the ticket. So it is €27 for all this. Out of this, you can see the timer here. Most probably, we should maintain a timeline here to get into this the tower. So let's go. Let's go and have a ticket. So let us get in to buy the ticket first. So I get my ticket, and this ticket costs €27. You can see here. The only one thing is, I must need to be there in Leaning Tower 10:45. You can see here. It is mentioned there. So they told me that if I go there at 11, I lost my ticket. So let's go there first. So it is almost 10:35. So I'm in front of this building and I'll get in at 10:45. So look at that. Everyone is trying this pose. So they're trying to make this Leaning Tower straight, I guess. So let's get in. Huge line. That's a huge. Oh, I just came to know my bag should be in the locker. So be careful about that. I didn't know about it. So I'm just going there. From this building to there is the YOLO shop where is the locker, and I need to keep my everything there in the locker before get into this tower. All package there now. It is the time to go there. And one interesting thing and good thing actually is that cameras and everything is allowed inside. So no problem is that. So let's go. So here you go. I am just about to enter the Tower of Pisa. I'm here in Tower of Pisa, the world famous Leaning Tower of Pisa, and honestly, this moment is surreal. So you have seen it in the postcard, in memes, and in every travel blog, but being here in person, standing right here at the base of the tilted masterpiece, it hits differently. I mean, before everything, so let's talk about why this tower is lean and what are the things you need to know and how it became one of the most accidentally iconic structure in the world. So first, a bit of history. The construction started all the way back in 1173. It was meant to be a straight standing bell tower for the cathedral. Nothing extraordinary, but by the time the builder reached to the third floor, something strange happened. The structure started leaning to one side. But many places you will see the question why this happened. The simple answer is poor planning and the soft soil. The ground beneath was a mix of clay, fine sand, and shells, not exactly solid foundation material. But here is the catch: instead of scrapping the project, they just paused it nearly for 100 years, literally whole century. And that accidental pause, it might have actually saved the tower. It gave the soil time to compress and settle, which prevented it from toppling over completely. And again, when the construction resumed after 100 years, the builder tries to compensate for the lean. They started building the upper floor slightly taller on one side, trying to balance it out like a architectural seesaw. So I made it to the top of Pisa and the Torre de Pisa. It was most probably 273 stairs. For me it is a bit difficult, but I didn't stop. But finally I made it. It feels phenomenal. You can actually see 360 degree of Pisa from here, because this whole structure is built in such a way you can see the whole Pisa 360. Amazing. It feels so great to be here. You can see the Pisa Stadium from here. By the way, the tower is 56 meters tall. That is about 80 stories, and it has 294 steps to the top. Not too bad if you pace yourself, and trust me, the view from the top is amazing. It is kind of unimaginable. So here is the first bell, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. These are the seventh tower. So I made it in the top Pisa Tower. But again, one more thing I should definitely want to say, that this is kind of a real miracle. The tower didn't fall, despite of war, earthquake, and centuries of engineering planning. It is still standing. Over the years, engineers tried dozens of methods to stop the tilt, from lead counterweight to soil extraction. It was even closed for a decade in the 1990s for stabilization work. But now, thanks to the modern engineering, the lean has been safely reduced to around 4 degrees, and it is officially stable at least for the next couple of centuries. So standing at the top, you can see all of Pisa. You will see the 360 view of Pisa, the rooftop, the river Arno, and of course a perfect view of the entire Piazza de Miracoli. And when the wind hits your face and the bell stands silent above you, it is hard not to feel like you are part of something much bigger than just a monument. So yes, it is leaning, but it is also standing. It is also standing proud, unique, unbothered, just like Pisa itself. So with this, I'm done here in Torre de Pisa, Leaning Tower of Pisa. Made it. This feels amazing. So this is what I should say. This is all about adventure, or all about adventure. Those who wants, to see some historical places, amazing history. This building is 11th century building. Altogether, this is phenomenal. So let's get down and see some other amazing thing here in the Miracle Square. Let's go. Look at this stair. Be careful, a bit slippery is this one. So it's amazing. This made is amazing. So I'm get up from the Tower of Pisa. Now let's go to some other fascinating places. Now first thing is, let me take my baggage. So again, the same place, just opposite of Leaning Tower. So this is the place where you can keep the baggage. So after the Tower of Pisa, now I'm heading toward the Baptistry. Like every other building here, especially people talk about Tower of Pisa a lot, but this is another building which has its own supremacy and significance, and this is the largest baptistry in Italy. So after this Tower of Pisa, this is what you can see, the cathedral. After the baptistry, we'll go to the cathedral as well. But if you see one thing, as I mentioned, that when you talk about Leaning Tower, this is not only the building which is leaning here, but all other building you can see, even the baptistry is also leaning. Here is the outer side of baptistry, here is the cathedral, and here is the monumental cemetery. So all this we will see one by one. First, let's get into the baptistry. So here is the second one. You can see the baptistry. So let's go. So after the tower, this is the next masterpiece in the Piazza de Miracoli that demands your attention. The Baptistry of San Giovanni, or in Italian, the Baptistry di San Giovanni. So now this is not just any baptistry. So it is the largest baptistry in all over Italy. Is standing at around 55 meters tall, nearly the same height as the Leaning Tower. And what is even more interesting is its unique blend of architectural style. You can actually see the evolution of design right on the building itself. And the lower part of the structure, simple round Romanesque arch, but as you move your eyes upward, things change. The top is all pointed Gothic flourish. Why this? Because construction spanned over century, like the Torre de Pisa. It is started back in 1152 and finishing it is in 1363. So almost more than 200 years. So it reflects the shift in artistic taste over time, and it is like living history book in stone. Inside, the space is vast, minimal but powerful, and right in the center, that is the octagonal, baptismal font dated back to 1246 in medieval time. Baptism were serious affairs. No quick church service. This was a ritual moment of transformation, and the space reflect that gravity. Let me go in the top. Like all other stairs, this is also very narrow. But the good thing is, only you can enter to this particular stairs. There is another side by which you can exit. I just came here in the top just to see this surreal view of this whole baptistry, and also wanted to listen the acoustics. So this is the fascinating fact about that. Every 30 minutes or so, a staff members will step up to the center and just wait. She sings. So that is why this particular place is very special. That you see the echoing everywhere. So that's why people come here to see this amazing thing. So every half an hour you can get the chance to see this. So like 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30. So it is 12:30 now, so that's why you get the chance to see that. So that is the fascinating thing about this baptistry, which is the largest of its kind in Italy. So let's go to the next. So whether you are here to admire the marble or to simply close your eyes and listen to the echo of the single note, the baptistry offers something deeply human. Are you definitely gonna say a moment of stillness, a connection of the past, a place where silence became music? So let's move on. So baptistry is done. Now it is the time to be in the cathedral. Look at this amazing structure. Just wanted to mention, when I come here in Pisa, the one man I have learned about himself from my early childhood. That is none other than Galileo Galilei. So those who know Galileo, one of his biggest innovation is the pendulum and this sort of thing. And this idea actually of pendulum, when he was here in this cathedral, he got this idea. So let's get inside to the cathedral and see what's inside. And now we enter the beating heart of Piazza de Miracoli, the Duomo de Pisa, also known as the Cathedral of Santa Maria Assunta. So the cathedral is where it all began, before the baptistry, before the leaning tower. The construction of this cathedral started back in 1064 and the entire square grew up around it. What you see here is the birth of Pisan Romanesque architecture, a style that blended classical, Islamic and Byzantine influence into something uniquely Italian and unmistakably grand. This is a masterpiece here in Pisa, with white marble, layered arcades, and decorative columns that speaks of Pisa's once dominant, maritime power. But the real wonder it is inside. And as you move closer to the front, you will actually see the pulpit by Giovanni Pisano, carved with scenes from the life of Christ. This is the high Gothic sculpture, dramatic, emotional, intensely human. You can feel the shift in the era from divine mystery to human experience. When you step through the door, you actually enter to a world of spiritual and artistic depth. The golden copper ceiling, the glittering Byzantine, apse mosaic, and the rows of imported granite columns create a majestic, almost heavenly space. Each chapel, each architecture, each window, each stone has absorbed centuries of prayer. This is not just about decoration. I would definitely want to say, till today, whatever I have seen in my shortest experience, but this is one of the best thing I have seen, best masterpiece I have seen. And one more thing I just want to mention here, this particular place tied to one of the Pisa's most famous sons, Galileo Galilei. He is a legend, no doubt about that. In the late 1500, young Galileo, just a teenager at that time, was sitting right here in this cathedral during Mass. He looked up and noticed the lamp gently swinging back and forth. Curious him, he timed its motion using its own pulse. And from that particular moment, he began to form his theory of the pendulum, which would later revolutionize how we understand time, physics, and motion. The chandeliers, the lamp, and whatever you see here, it is not here in this particular place, but this is there in Camposanto. I will show you there as well when I will go there. So this is something fascinating, honestly. Just imagine that a quiet moment in the middle of religious, ceremony become a spark of scientific revolution. Only in a place like this, where art, religion, and human curiosity collide, could that happen actually. But moments like Galileo's remind us this place is not just about worship, this is about wonder as well. So, whether you are here for faith, for art, for science, or all three, the Duomo welcome you with open arms, and it is more than a building, it is a cathedral of thought. I'm honestly speechless. Don't forget to let me know how do you feel, how do you find this place. Especially, look, everything. This is amazing. It feels really great. This is one of the finest thing I have seen here in this particular area. I think could be more than Leaning Tower, but I like this cathedral. So with that, my visit to the Cathedral de Pisa comes to an end. Don't forget to let me know what do you feel about this magical place. So let's go to the next one. So now we are going to enter to this Camposanto. Now we come to the most peaceful and perhaps the most poetic part of Piazza de Miracoli, the Camposanto Monumentale. From the outside, it looks like a long, quiet, cloister, but step inside and you will feel immediately the change of atmosphere. This is not just a cemetery. This is a sanctuary of memory, of art, and also eternity. The Camposanto was begun in 1277, and the legends say it was built around a shipload of holy soil, brought back from Golgotha, the hill of Jerusalem, where Christ was crucified. That's where it gets its name, the Campo Santo, or Campo means holy and Santo means field. So holy field. So Campo Santo is actually holy field. The main idea, is to create a burial place so sacred, so pure that it would place the soul of those laid to rest here. So you are actually walking through centuries of history. The walls of the cloister are, lined with the tombs of Pisa's most notable citizens, scholars, novels, artists, and above many of these tombs are the remains of Europe's, greatest fresco cycles. You will see images of angels and demons, of rich and poor being taken by death, of souls ascending and others descending in the torment. So these were not meant to decorate. They were meant to warn, teach, and also awaken, to remind visitors of the fleeting nature of life and eternity that flows. And one of the tragic part of this is during World War II, and a light bomb hit in the building in 1944. The lead roof melted, and the heat destroyed much of the original frescoes. What you see today is the result of decades of restoration work, painstakingly preserving what could be saved. But even in their faded state, they speak loudly of life, of death, of art, surviving time, fire, and war. One of the most powerful thing about Camposanto is its silence. And while I'm working here, literally I'm the only one. Maybe there are 3-4 more people I can see around, but it is all about silence. Unlike the towers, cathedral, there are no crowd here. You can walk slowly, breathe, and reflect. You can read the Latin inscription, carved into stone. You can see centuries of architectural detail, from Roman sarcophagi to medieval carving. And if you stand still, you can almost feel the weight of the past gently pressing against the present. So the Camposanto is not just about resting place. It is a reminder that even after life ends, stories continues through arts, through memories, through the very ground beneath our feet. As I told you in the cathedral that Galileo saw a lamp and actually create the pendulum theory. This lamp is this one. Just before that, have a look at this masterpiece. Look at this how this architecture they have created. I mean, I don't know when it is, but look at this one. It looks amazing. But look at this one. This is the lamp from the cathedral. Galileo sat there, and just from these, swinging of this lamp, Galileo thought about that particular moment and created the pendulum theory and everything. So, this is the one you will find in Camposanto. So with that, my Camposanto visit comes to an end, and we are moving to the next destinations. So let's go. But before that, let me tell you, this is one of this particular place which is very famous. If you see, if you search about this Camposanto in the internet, you'll find this particular photo. So I think there are some of the construction works are going on. They are restructuring or redecorating some of the things here. You can see. Look at that. Unbelievable. Yeah, there is a robot you can see here cutting the grasses. Trust me, while working here in this particular place, I stop for a moment and reflect about life and what is the end goal of life. I can see, I can feel here. So now this is time is to go to some museums. Okay, so that is the end. I think I tried my best to show you everything here in Camposanto. Okay, so don't forget to let me know how have you found this particular place. It is the time to see Museo delle Sinopie. It's one of the museum. So let's go. Just we have seen all these. Now there's a time to see the museum. You can see here, this is the museum. Let's see what's inside and what other things is waiting for us. As I said, I'll take you to every single building and everything here in the Piazza de Miracoli. So now we are stepping into a lesser known part of Pisa's Miracoli Square, the Museo del Sinopie. Most tourists walk right past it, but if you love history, art and stories hidden beneath the surface, this place is a treasure. So before that, as you see the name Sinopia or Sinopie, so before any great fresco was printed, artists would first sketch out their designs directly onto the fresh plaster walls. This reddish brown freehand drawing served as the blueprint for the final masterpiece. The pigment they used was often a red earth pigment. That's why the name Sinopia from the ancient city of Sinopie in the modern day Turkey. What you see here are the original, underdrawing from the frescoes in the Camposanto, the same one we just explored, like the Triumph of Death and the Last Judgment. So these are the raw, powerful, fast stroke made by the artist, often more expensive, more human than the finished painting. And one more thing is, back in 1944, an Allied bombing raid hit the Camposanto. The roof, caught fire, and the heat damaged the fresco severely. But in a strange twist of fate, that tragedy allowed something beautiful to be revealed. During the restoration process, the frescoes were carefully removed using a technique called strappo, or peeling them off the wall layer by layer. And underneath those frescoes, art historians discovered this hidden synopy, the original drawing untouched for centuries. So, think about that. Behind every iconic fresco was a forgotten sketch full of motion, of raw planning, of spontaneous energy, and so many efforts. You are actually looking at the hand of artist before the perfection, before the polish. So, in many ways, this drawing tells you more than the final work. You can see where the artist changed their mind, moved a figure, rethought an expression. Some synopy even shows ideas that were never included in the final version. Some of the synopy even, show idea that were never included in the final version.
So in the second floor as well, there are some more things there. You can see here Bandria flag.
So, while having a look at these particular works, one thing comes to my mind that we often only celebrate the finished product, but This museum actually reminds us that the process, the draft, the outline, the mistakes is just as meaningful as that one. I mean, this museum is lesser known here, but this museum actually gives this silence sketch a voice. It tells a story of war and the loss, but also the discovery, perseverance, and the resilience of arts. It is very quiet here. No crowd, no selfies, just long wall of ancient thoughts captured in line and curves. So, while looking at all these, just one thing comes to my mind, that this Sinopie, the Museo del Sinopie, is not just about what was saved, it is all about what was always there waiting to be seen.
This is the miniature. Baptistry we have seen, Camposanto, the Cathedral, Leaning Tower. Now we are here in the Museo of Sinopie. So don't forget to let me know which one you like the most, obviously. So let's go out and also look for the next one. So I'll be my sixth one, which is Museo dell'Opera del Duomo, which is just here beside the Tower of Pisa. You can see here, this is the Tower of Pisa, and this is the Museo dell'Opera del Duomo. So let's see what's inside and what are the things are waiting for us. Let's go.
Step. One step.
So it is mentioned here, you can see original in the right hand transept of the cathedral, where it has been replaced by an exact replica, the bronze door. Look at this door, look at the detailing, which is called, you can see here, Bonanno doors. The tale of Christ's life rise from the bottom to the top. You can see here the life from the bottom to the top. How they have actually created this with so much of detailing. Unbelievable. That is unbelievable. From the bottom to top, this is the whole life, how it get evolved. You know how Christ's life rise from the bottom to top. This is the whole picture you can see here. So this is the first thing you can see when you enter to this museum. You will find this just after crossing the check-in with your tickets. You'll find it here. So this is the second room. Here are some of the, most probably these are the things used for the cathedral or making of all these buildings. You can see all this mentioned here, 1, 2, 3, 4, everything is mentioned here.
So this museum is not just an afterthought, it is a vault of miracles, the place where the original artworks from Cathedral and Camposanto are kept safe, away from the element, away from the time.
This is Islamic craftsmanship from Spain. Griffin. This is also made in bronze, I guess. Yeah, it is mentioned in that it is made in bronze. This is from Iran. You can see large basin. And look at this. And one more here. This all this sculpture. Oh my god, look at this room, look at this ceiling. Everything is so insane here.
This is the original sculpture that adorned the facades of cathedral. You will see 13th century statues by artists like Giovanni Pisano. Their expression full of emotion, joy, sorrow, serenity.
This is the oldest part of this building, dating back to the 13th century. So this is whatever you see here. The painting, which date from that time as well, includes the symbol of the evangelist placed around the Christ Pantocrator. In the whole museum, most probably I'm the only one who is now here looking around the whole everything. It seems like I am living in the 13th century with the people of stone actually. Oh wow, what a day for me. Honestly, when I came to know about this particular place in my early childhood actually, most probably my father once told me about this place, Pisa. He was telling me about the story of Galileo. That time he talked about Pisa. So dreams actually do come true. So I made it. This is also a 13th century one. So this is from Giovanni Pisano. These are the three. You can see sculpture. It is talking about. Look at the detailing.
Here are much more things you can see here in this particular museum. You know, these two museums, Museo del Sinopie and this particular museum, is much more quieter than other four monuments here in this particular place. You see, these are the things you can see here in this particular museum. Look at this. It's amazing. This is the sixth one, so don't forget to let me know which one you amazed you the most? Which one you feel that you definitely should see when you will be in Pisa? Trust me, when Pisa's name comes to my mind, I really wanted to see every single monuments here, including all these two museum. So this is amazing. Trust me, this is amazing. I love this all the places here so far.
And here is the cafeteria. Downstairs, so you can see everything from here. So with all this is my sixth one, and trust me, from the morning I started my first one at most probably at 10, and now it is almost 4. So almost I'm here almost all the whole day. I've seen everything, all these amazing structures, buildings, the history, and great to know about the amazing thing about Pisa and all these magical things here. So don't forget to let me know which one you like the most. And this is one of the things I have shown here in Pisa. A lot more things you can see in other videos. And also thank you so much for joining me in this journey, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you like this video, and hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much.